to Sander Koele of Dive and Travel, but good morning to Colin Crawford, who is in the Bahamas. Or are you in Florida right now?
I'm in Florida right now,
You're in
yes.
Florida, but still it's very early morning for you, I guess. So
Very
I'm
early.
very happy you will join us before you go out on the boat to the sharks. And I can tell you we're pretty jealous. Sander, can you introduce Colin and the destination, please?
Yes, I can. Okay, we're doing it in English this morning because, of course, Colin is from America. And Colin is a captain and dive guide on board the Dolphin Dream, who are doing trips to Tiger Beach, Bahamas already since a long time. And Colin did the last 4 years, last 4 seasons as a dive guide on board Dolphin Dream. So he's lucky to swim with the tiger sharks, bull sharks, and all the other sharks during his daily work. The presentation will be about what can we expect and what can we see at Tiger Beach. And Colin is going to tell us a lot of things about the beautiful area and also how we get there, what we can expect, and how a normal day looks like at Tiger Beach. So I'm ready. Linda, you're ready? And let's kick off. Colin, you're based in Florida. Dolphin Dream departs from Florida and not from the Bahamas.
Yeah, we depart from West Palm Beach, Florida, and we feel that this is perfect logistically because we are on the mainland United States. Easy flights internationally with access from Miami and Fort Lauderdale. You can basically come in from anywhere in the world. We have everything we need as far as supplies. It's a great place to leave from. Very, very easy crossing over to Tiger Beach, couple hours overnight. We get there in the morning, clear through customs, and then we're on our way to Tiger Beach. Easy as pie.
Hey, and Tiger Beach is just north of Grand Bahama. What is Tiger Beach? Is it a dive site? Is it an area?
Tiger Beach is a stretch of the Bahama Bank right on the edge. It is composed of multiple dive sites, roughly 1.5 kilometers by 5 kilometers. We can stay right in that local area and be good. Basically, we are 25 miles from the nearest land in the Bahamas, 50 miles offshore Florida, perfectly alone, perfect for social distancing and stuff like that. We like to, keep it separate. Beautiful, pristine area. The Bahamas has created a shark sanctuary in their territorial waters, a visionary move years back. It has created some of the best shark diving habitat in the world, in my opinion.
Hey, and if you make a dive on Tiger Beach, what can we expect? What kind of sharks can we see?
Typically, we're going to be diving in anywhere from 3 to 10 meters of water, very shallow. It very conducive for all day diving. What can we expect to see? We have what we call our big 6 species. Starting off small, we have the nurse sharks, we have Caribbean reef sharks, we have lemon sharks. Everyone loves to see the bull sharks when they come in the wintertime. Obviously, we go to Tiger Beach for what? Tiger sharks, big tiger sharks. That's the main attraction for sure. In the past few seasons, we've been very lucky as well to have been graced with the presence of a couple of very, very inquisitive and beautiful great hammerheads. So that rounds out our big 6. That's what we're looking for when we go to Tiger Beach.
Hey, and with how many sharks are you diving in a dive?
On any given dive, we could have anywhere from 20 to 50 large sharks in the area. It's a great experience. Honestly, world-class. Only a couple places in the world you can do something like that.
And if you talk about the tiger sharks, is that 1 or 2? Is that more sharks in the dive?
On a tiger shark dive, we can expect to see anywhere from 2, 3, 4 average up to 5, 6, 7, 8 on an extraordinary dive. Yeah.
Okay. And people probably ask, how is a typical dive going at Tiger Beach? Because you just jump in the sharks. Do you have a cage? How does it work?
Absolutely no cages. We don't like to put sharks in cages, so that wouldn't work for us. Always cage-free diving at Tiger Beach. Aboard the Dolphin Dream, you can expect to do 2 different kinds of dives. We first have our swim around or exploratory dives where we swim around, enjoy the sharks, enjoy the reefs, use try to find different composures for imagery and photography, things of that nature. The second type of dive you can find aboard the Dolphin Dream, we're going to have our feed dive, where we're going to be specifically targeting large tiger sharks and bring them as close as possible for photography, observation, and enjoyment of the species.
Yeah. And that means that everybody is in the water during a dive, or do you work with special groups? Or
everyone is welcome to join all the dives. We have very, very specific set of rules for our more coordinated dives. Safety is obviously paramount aboard the Dolphin Dream. We have, between all of the crew, I'd say we're looking at, if you include Captain Scott, we're looking at 100 years of experience.
yeah, amazing, amazing. Now, I was lucky to be on board last December and join you guys on a trip to Tiger Beach. And I've seen my share part of the world. And to be honest, I was impressed. We had a great trip. We had a great group of people from the Netherlands and the US. We saw many sharks. And yes, at first, it looks a bit unreal. But as soon as you're in the water, in the middle of the sharks, it's amazing. It's respect. It's the way you guys are busy during the dive. It's amazing to see. And I think I can speak for all the guests who were on board during that trip that it was one of the best trips they ever did. We were also lucky to visit Bimini. And in Bimini, we were able to dive with a couple of great hammerheads. Can you tell something about the diving around Bimini?
Diving in Bimini is the only place in the world that I know of that has an aggregation of great hammerhead sharks. That's Sphyrna morcorin. Absolutely incredible. Roughly 10 meters of water, absolute crystal clear, perfect white sand bottom, and you have an aggregation of, on any dive you can have anywhere from 2 to 10 great hammerheads. Absolutely nothing like it in the world. You can go plenty of places and see the smooth hammerheads or the scalloped hammerheads, but not the great hammerheads in these kinds of numbers.
No.
Absolutely took my breath away after working at Tiger Beach for a while. You go to Bimini and you see that. Wow.
Yeah, it's a completely, of course, it's a different type of shark, hammerhead and a tiger. And you also see different behavior of the sharks. The dive is completely different. It's really amazing. I heard that you had some photos ready. Can you drop them in the presentation?
Yeah, let's see here. I believe we're using the screen share setting.
For the people who are interested in doing this trip, of course, on our website, you can see all the information, but there is also a very nice movie about how a typical day at Tiger Beach is going, and it gives you a good feeling of how the diving is.
There we go.
Yeah. I loved your photos during the trip, and one of the things is that you guys are also, now, if you have the possibility, you take your camera down, and I see you more with the camera than without. So you are amazing. Yeah.
It's just an extension of myself.
Yeah. Second hobby.
Oh, yeah.
Here you can also see that the depth is what Colin said, about 8 to 12, 13 meters. You can see the boat on the top right of the picture here. And visibility is very clear because the Bahamas doesn't have any runoff due to rivers, etc. White sand beach. The photography is amazing. The possibilities are amazing. And a combination of tigers and hammerheads in the same dive is amazing. We were able also to see bull sharks in the background. Is that a normal thing that happens?
Yeah, typically from anywhere from November all the way through March, they can be seen. They're a little bit more not as curious as some of the other sharks, so they tend to stay a little bit more in the background, but they do add a nice depth to the whole experience because you have always present in the background, and something you always have to keep your mind on, even though when things get very exciting right in front of you.
Yeah. Hey, Colin, I know you love sharks. You're busy with sharks half of the year, every day. You have a passion for them. You respect them. But what is your greatest passion behind the diving with the sharks and doing it year after year?
Really, I just like showing people the true nature of sharks. If you would have told me some of the things that I tell people before I had actually seen it, never would have believed it.
Yeah.
You really have to get out there and see it. After just seeing people, usually on every trip, there's at least someone that's a little apprehensive about the whole situation. 9 times out of 10, after the first dive, they wonder why they were ever worried in the first place, and they can't wait to get back in the water.
Yeah.
Just showing people that sharks are not the mindless, man-eating creatures that the mainstream media would like us to believe. That transformation to me is just awesome, and try to turn everybody into shark conservationists on some level.
Yeah. Hey, and what were your biggest moments at Tiger Beach?
Oh, wow.
Is that the number of sharks or the group you had or the interaction or?
Well, all of our groups tend to be great groups. Once you get enough like-minded people on the boat, you're bound to have a good time.
Yeah.
I would say big moment, probably back in the winter of 2018, we did have, it was upward, we lost count somewhere. It was upwards of 13 or 14 large tiger sharks on the same dive. Incredible experience, very surreal. Still years later, you look back on it and you can't believe how lucky you were to be in the water at that time. It was great.
Yeah. I think we had last year about 9, and to be honest, 9 was enough.
9 is enough. 9 is enough.
You have to keep looking all around, and the atmosphere was great, and it gives you great photo opportunities, as we can see in your presentation as well. Hey, the trips to Tiger Beach, is that a 6 or 7 night trips, or are they combined with Bimini? What's the normal structure?
We do have 6 days, 7 night. I think 7 day, 8 night is pretty common, and then a couple of times per season we'll do an even longer, like 10 day, 11 night trip. Usually during the months from November until March or April, we will that will be a combo Tiger Beach and Bimini expedition. That way we can have the greatest possibility of making sure we get all of our big 6.
Yeah.
Let's say if the hammerheads don't grace us with their presence at Tiger Beach that week, we can always scoot down to Bimini and spend the last couple days there and get the job done.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, and departure is from Florida. You sail over the first night, and you arrive back then 6 or 7, 8 nights later in Florida again.
Yes, sir. And we find that that's the most conducive for, again, international flights, even domestic flights. With West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, and Miami in such close proximity, you can fly from anywhere in the world in short order.
Yeah. And the maximum number of guests on board is, I think it was 12?
12 guests, accompanied by 3 or 4 crew and a captain.
Yeah. And all the crew is diving and guiding every dive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. World-class chef on board.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily on every dive. Chef Corey's usually busy making more and better food than we probably deserve sometimes as the crew. But no, we're always doing something.
This was very, very interesting. We get some questions. One of them is, what is the best time of the year to go to the Bahamas? If you want to combine Bimini and Tiger Beach.
If you're looking to definitely go to Bimini, that's a very short season comparatively. Bimini is usually only viable for the tiger sharks, mid to late November, beginning of December through March, maybe even middle of April. Again, it kind of changes every year. So we have people in Bimini that are going out diving every day as soon as November starts. And, maybe they strike out a bunch of times. As soon as they start seeing hammerheads, then the season has started. Let's see here. Tiger Beach. You can go to Tiger Beach year round and find tiger sharks. In the summer months being, May, June through August, September, there will be less sharks in the area. but there are always tiger sharks at Tiger Beach. There's always sharks at Tiger Beach.
Very interesting. One of the questions is about photography. And there's a question, should you use a fish eye lens or a wide angle?
Very good question. A lot of that is going to be based on your personal preference. And I know that's kind of a clouded answer, but I have a piece of advice for all photographers. Don't come to Tiger Beach looking to fire away 1 million photos. Have an idea for 10 photos that you want, and then get the equipment and the position that you need for those 10 photos and work them one by one. I see people that sometimes they don't have a plan, and they, all of a sudden we're on day 10 and they don't have the shot. You have to have a plan. So if you would like to get that whole scene and, be able to tell the whole story of Tiger Beach in one photo, maybe the fish eye lens is good for you. Me personally, I like shooting on 35 millimeter now, which is barely wide angle. And so that tells more of a smaller story of just a piece of what's going on at Tiger Beach. So that's my 2 cents.
Okay, another question. If you want to come with somebody who's not a diver, is that okay for the non-diver?
Yes, there's always, the topside life aboard the Dolphin Dream is very comfortable. The boat is very big. There's always somewhere to go or something to do. Plenty of space to have your coffee or Mai Tais or whatever you're into. It is a diving-oriented trip.
Don't forget the dolphins.
We do have dolphins. Yeah. Did we see dolphins on your trip? We see dolphins all the time.
A lot.
Yeah. So dolphin observation opportunities almost every day, at least every couple of days. It is a diving-oriented trip, but the Dolphin Dream is not a bad place to be stuck for a week.
Cool. That sounds pretty good. Another question. It's all about sharks, but is there a lot of conservation going on, like conservation programs that people can participate in?
Yeah, we have a Protect Tiger Beach nonprofit that is organized by my friend Logan Kanan. She's actually a shark dive guide. She's stationed down in Bimini. She stays there and works for a local operation down there. Unfortunately, the Bahamas is not very. They created the shark sanctuary, and it is now illegal to target sharks in their waters. But beyond that, there's not a whole lot. So it's really up to us. There are a lot of organizations. The Shark Lab down in Bimini, they do awesome research, and they try to implement legislation down in the Bahamas. There are many organizations, but not within the Bahamian government now.
I see. I'm really sorry, because it's so interesting to hear all the stories about the sharks, to see the pictures. But our time is over, so we're going to send you off to sea. And please say hello to the sharks from us. Sander, thank you so much. Colin, thank you a lot.
Thank you.
And we'll hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.